Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo has finally, after people have been waiting for months on end for Nintendo to just say something, they finally just dropped a teaser trailer, basically. And it's just like a visual of what they've changed on the Switch. They've basically, it's definitely bigger. They've went away with like the big primary colors on the Joy-Con, so you don't have those anymore. They've turned that red and that blue, and they've made them into accent colors, so they're now hidden.
Which I like.
Yeah, I prefer that. It looks a lot better, a more covert look, similar to the Steam Deck, in my opinion. Also, it's said that it's 14% bigger than the original Switch, so it might not feel that much like a toy in your hand, especially for people who have bigger hands. It might be a lot more comfortable to hold for them as well. Yoshi, you have a Switch, right?
I do have a Switch, and what's regrettable about that is I don't play it as much as I should because I'm not traveling as much as I did on my last job, but I do have one.
Oh, okay. I as you know, I've told you before, I done sold my Switch. I used to have the OLED version, and I did like it, but there was just, I am not a mobile gamer, like, at all. I had actually gotten rid of my Steam Deck as well because I just felt like it was sitting here collecting dust and may as well sell it to somebody who's actually going to be using it, because otherwise it's just going to sit here on my desk looking at me while I get on my PC.
You know what's crazy though? To be honest with you, like, I guess you can say like I like mobile gaming, but like on my phone, because I can just pull it out of my pocket, do whatever I want to do. Like if I'm in the car, being a passenger princess or whatever the hell's going on. Or if like I'm just sitting somewhere, like I never really considered the Switch like mobile gaming. I don't know if that just sounds
Really?
weird, but like it's just for me, for like me personally, like I consider mobile gaming, and a lot of people probably never got to play this, but a large people did. But like a PSP, like that to me is mobile gaming. That's a
Why do you,
bulky ass item to be carrying around for me personally.
the Steam Deck? Yeah.
The Steam
Yes.
Deck and the Switch, just like where the hell are you putting that as an adult? Like I'm walking around with that. Like I'm a backpack guy. Like I love carrying backpacks, but bro, I'm not bringing that around for my Switch. What are we doing?
The smaller, because they had the original one was pretty small, I felt like, and if you take the Joy-Cons off, I feel like it made it a lot easier to carry.
Sure, I'll give you that. But still,
But that Steam
like,
Deck, that's going in its case, and that's going to be in a backpack. You're not slipping that into a pocket anywhere.
no.
Like, there's no covert carrying of that at all.
Well, and like my thing is this. So like if I'm out to dinner and I'm like just waiting or like BSing around while the wife's like TikToking while we're waiting on a drink, like I'll throw something on the old phone real quick. Like I'm gonna unpack my Steam Deck or a Switch. Like hold on, babe, let's go Super Smash Brothers style. What are we doing? What
Push
are
the
we doing?
kickstand out. You hand her
Right?
the other Joy-Con.
First off, there would be a real Smash Brothers fight going on if I were to whip that thing out and put it on the table at Chili's trying to get a triple dipper dinner or whatever the hell it is. There would be hands thrown, little hands, because my wife's little.
Yeah.
I'd be evicted. That's crazy.
But well, I'll ask that later. But this new Switch is my main thing that I was concerned about. You know, it's good that they come out with this new look and whatnot, but my main concern was how well can it run games, because the last Switch came out 8 years ago, and
Too long.
they were
honestly,
too long. And I remember seeing like a video of Mortal Kombat trying to run on there, and it wasn't happening. Like, it was so bad. I don't even know why it was released to the Switch. It ran that bad. The textures were not loading whatsoever.
Well, and
But
I remember when I got the Switch, they had ported over No Man's Sky, and
oh,
that's the
really?
time when like we were running it, like we were kind of coming off the back end of it, and it was like, okay, maybe that might be a thing 'cause I was traveling at the time, and then I saw gameplay of it, and it was like, there's no way. Like, there's just no way. Like, why would you port that over to that system? It's just
Yeah,
rough.
yeah. I guess if you don't have anything else, I guess you might get better performance if you were to connect it to the dock and throw it up to your TV. But even then, you never know.
But here's the thing, though. And I don't want to go too far off topic though. But if I'm gonna connect it to the dock and play it on the TV, why don't I just buy an Xbox or a PlayStation?
So, yeah, and see, that's my reasoning from the get-go. Like, and on top of that, like I said, I don't play any Nintendo games. I know the Nintendo is extremely popular. Like, that Wii was one of their best-selling
Wii Sports?
consoles. Yeah, Wii, one of the
I'll
best.
tell you right now, you ruined some family dynamics with Wii Sports. For
I have
sure.
never seen my family so competitive. Ever. Even my mom doesn't even play video games, but she would be practicing while we were at school. That's insane to me.
I half-assed a bowling one night. We were having a date night in, and the wife beat me. I still have yet to hear the freaking end of that. What?
Nintendo as a whole does a good job of like getting everybody involved and active with gaming. I think that's where that's the biggest perk of having Nintendo, but it's just me here. I don't need that anymore. But this new Nintendo will have a custom NVIDIA chip within it that's going to put it on par with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Okay.
And it's also
That's not
rumored, it's also rumored to have some upscaling tech, so it'll boost the 720p resolution up to 4K when docked using machine learning, which is also good. But like I said, if that's what is rumored, I really just want to see how the hardware works with games. Like, I know all that sounds good on paper, but let me see it run a game. Let me see it run something.
I'm gonna give you that. I want to see it run something other than a Mario game.
Yeah, Mario Kart,
sense?
which they did advertise another Mario Kart in the trailer as well, because they just have to.
Well, here's the thing, and I give it to them because, and I was just thinking about this, that generation between about 30-ish to like 40, you are running purely sales off nostalgia for Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart alone. And obviously Mario, because that age of gamer, we didn't have a lot. So it was Mario's what a lot of okay, I'll give you this. I'm not a Zelda fan, but I played Zelda back in the day because that's what we had. I just think they run off nostalgia so hard, and I give it to them, but like I just don't see that running something like Mortal Kombat very well. Or I'll give you one better, new game. I don't see that running Sparking Zero very well. Like, I want to see it ran on the new one.
Right. And also, like, I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people buy Nintendo Switches, and Animal Crossing and stuff like that did real well. Like these real, I call them like comfy indie games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does that really well. But when it comes to like these AAA, like heavy hitters, like these things are like hardware intensive, need like a bigger system. I'm really interested in seeing how it runs, especially in comparison to the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck is I think if you put the Steam Deck on a dock, I think you can push it up to 8K resolution, which is impressive for a handheld. And that Steam Deck just runs stuff phenomenal. Not only that, my library on Steam is a lot more extensive than it is on Nintendo. Now,
absolutely.
I know this will never happen. Never in a million years. But if Nintendo ever came to an agreement with Valve, who owns Steam, and had Super Smash Brothers on there, oh boy, I would have kept my Steam Deck just to have access. I would have access to Xbox's library, to the Steam library, and the Nintendo. All 5 Infinity Stones.
That would be, you know what though? If Nintendo didn't have the pride that it has, you could pull something like that off.
Right.
But there's no way they're gonna let, like, you're buying into that system to keep that all alive. 100%. They're not gonna cannibalize that like Microsoft's doing right now with all of their stuff.
Absolutely not. I was just about to go on a tangent, but that's for another time. There hasn't been any internal storage that's been announced, but it will support external SD cards like the last Switch.
That's good though.
Yep, and it'll also support micro SD express cards that'll give it faster reading speeds and more storage. So that's always a plus. And generally, I always used external hard SD cards anyway.
Right.
Because honestly, if you just bought a Steam Deck and you bought like their lowest storage one, you really didn't have to buy the higher one, the one with more storage. You could save money and then just buy an SD card for a terabyte.
True.
And there you go.
Yeah, then you don't need anything after that.
Right.
Unless you download COD.
That's all you're playing. That's all you're playing. That's crazy,
so
that if
crazy.
you have a base PlayStation 4 and if you were to download COD now, you could not have any other game running on that
No, it's
console.
just that.
That's
I
300
don't-
gigabytes.
I'm letting you know now. I don't want to go off on a rant on that, but I still don't understand why the hell that game is so damn big.
Shaders, textures. I looked it up one time. It was actually insane.
I mean, okay, but Ghost of Tsushima has
Yes,
wild textures and
yeah.
shaders.
Yeah, it's the way that they do. It's the way that it's optimized.
All right, I want to get off this soapbox. Go and get off on a tangent. I am
to-
excited that they're releasing a new version of it. I just think, me personally, just speaking, I think they waited too long to release it, especially just with other things that are out there right now. I mean, there's rumors about the PS6 coming out.
Yes.
Whoa,
And
dude.
see, I expected like their whatever chip that's in there. I thought it would at least be up on par with like PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 Pro, like somewhere around there, because, like I said, I need to see it running some games, but it's just, to me, it just feels like they're still playing catch up even with this one. Like,
And I'll give them that though. Okay, so if it runs at a PS4 or an Xbox One level as a mobile, okay, I'll give you that. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's way more than enough that you need to be sitting on any subway or any lobby while you're trying to game and play, right?
right.
The problem is that you're trying to throw that onto your TV, and then that doesn't become mobile anymore. That becomes a stationary console.
Right.
And then the things that go up against that are vastly outperforming it. So
Exactly.
it's just weird that they're trying to do both, which I like the fact that you can put it up to the TV. But at that point, why am I not just playing the PC or PlayStation 5?
And see, that's the main question. If it's doing that, if it's doing the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One mobile, then I'm really interested in seeing what it does docked. Because maybe it's just vastly different experience once you do that, which I can understand.
Maybe.
But just to wrap it up, how much do you think it's going to cost? How much do you, or
Realistically, I don't think anything less than 300. Like, it's gonna push north. It has to.
Steam Deck was what? 400, 500? I almost say,
Well, especially with the systems coming out now are based $500, $600.
yeah, so I'm gonna say
I mean-
450, 500.
I could give you 4. I think that's more realistic.
Yeah, I'm gonna say somewhere around there. 600. Go.
I'm telling you right now, if any of you, anybody out there, spends $600 on this, you need to just go buy a console or a PC at that point.
Well,
There is no way you can sell a Nintendo Dream charging $600 for Mario Kart.
right.
I
Super
just-
Smash
I-
Brothers.
That's crazy. Can't you get an emulator on something else on your iOS and just play it?
Well, we say that, but damn, PlayStation
Watch
5 Pro charging $1,000.
That's gross. It makes me want to vomit. But the
I think-
PS6 is $1,000. Probably gonna buy it. I'm gonna sell blood. I don't know what to do, but
I don't have anything else to say. I'm just
That's
interested
it.
in knowing what it looks like on the TV. But Nintendo said they'll have more in store for us April 2nd during their
Nice.
Nintendo Direct. So one day after April Fool's. So look forward
Nice.
to that.
I will
But-
say this though, as we wrap up, just my little tidbit. I really hope, truly, I hope it does really well in sales though. I think they
Oh,
need it.
I feel like it's Nintendo. They always do. Honestly, it's
Of course.
actually asinine of how well they're still doing in comparison to Xbox. Honestly.
Yeah, that's tough. But all right, I ain't got nothing else for you, brother.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for listening. Just make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. And let us know in the comments if you will be buying this day one. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.